Hello friends, and welcome to my video where I'm going to walk through the steps of putting together the Wreath Christmas card, and this is part of my first Christmas card class for this season, so I will have at least one more Christmas card class. So in your kit you will have your card base, which I have scored for you. This is going to be a gift card holder. And so I have scored that for you. If you're not interested in having the gift card part of it, you can go ahead and cut this piece of the card off, and then you'll just have a short front, which will be the same whether you have the gift card or not. But because I've already cut your designer series paper to fit, you'll want to just, and also I scored it, you'll want to cut off that score if you don't want it to be a gift card holder. Okay, then you have two pieces of designer series paper, and this is the front and back of the designer series paper. So, and this is from the Poinsettia Place designer series paper pack, which is on page 15 of the holiday catalog. And we have one other card in this class that is using some paper from this same set. So the Poinsettia card is using paper from this designer series paper pack. So we're using that. And then the other thing we're using is from the annual catalog, and it is the Wreath Builder dies. And we're using two pieces from the Wreath Builder die set for this card, and for one of the other cards in this class we used that bow. So this one is on page 173 of the annual catalog. Okay, let's dig in and get started. So first thing we're going to do is on those score lines, go ahead and crease those scores really well. So you've got a nice strong fold, and if you're going to use this for a gift card holder, or it could hold a check or money, which everybody loves at Christmas time, right? If you have a circle punch, this is always a nice little thing to do when you're making a little pocket, is do kind of it's almost a half circle, or a half circle is fine too, but just punch a little circle. That's like a little notch. It's kind of a nice little thing to do. If you don't have one, it's fine. You don't need to have one, have a hole there, or half circle. And then we're going to go ahead and glue this closed. So we're putting adhesive, and I'm going to do a double line because I want to make sure it's good and strong. I could have used my tear tape, probably would have been a smart thing to do for this, but that's okay. And you just want to be careful you don't go too far down, because then you won't have very much room for anything to fit inside. So we'll go ahead and close that up. And now, just as simple as that, you now have your pocket for a gift card holder. And let's see, I've got a gift card here. So this guy will just fit right in like that. You could even put it in this way. It'll fit perfectly. Or like I said, a check or cash would fit in there. So that's part's done. Now we're going to put a piece of pattern paper on this side so that you have some nice, a nice visual interest when the card is closed. So we're going to go ahead and glue that piece down. And just try to get equal borders, top, bottom, and right hand side. And then you've got plenty of room to write your message, and this also helps to make sure you keep your message in the right spot, so then it looks really pretty from the front as well. So let's go ahead and glue this piece down. I really love how their designer series paper is double-sided. Most of their designer series paper is all double-sided. It's just so pretty, and they coordinate so well, right? You know that they're going to work well together. So put that down. There, that's a really pretty card already. And then we're going to go ahead and do this. Now I did the bottom layer, which is sort of like fern type. And I look at it kind of like berries. So that's why I went ahead and did it in red. So we're going to go ahead and glue that one down, and then we're not going to do the top one yet. So back to my liquid glue that has been really helpful in this card class, because there's been a lot of die cut pieces, and they're some of them a little bit tiny and hard to get your your double-sided adhesive on. So this glue has been really helpful. It's also good to work on a scrap piece of paper or these little papers I have down on my desk in case you're getting a little bit off to the side. So it just takes a bit to get this on. All those little pieces. There. I'll go ahead and put that on the front of my card. And I really don't want it to go off the edge over here, but I don't mind if it goes off the edge over here. Pick up a little bit of that excess that dripped out, squeezed out the edges. And that's down good and solid. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to put together, so I've got this piece that's going to go over top, and then see, it kind of makes it look like it's berries poking out through the bottom. I think that's super pretty. And then I'm going to have a little wood frame hanging from here. So here's what I've done. I cut a little piece of wood paper for you, and you can stamp on here if you have a rubber stamp, or if you have any of the small pieces from that sheet of die cut words that you can use. I had one that said "From Our Home to Yours," and I went ahead and cut it into 2 pieces. I also had, let's see, this one could have worked too, "Dashing Through the Snow," and I could have cut that into 2 pieces. "Dashing Through the Snow" would have worked as well. And the colors all work with this, so that's really helpful. And then I also had one that said "Be Merry." That could just sit in the middle. Also, if you like and you want a little bit of extra sturdiness to your wood frame, you can use the red inside. So the inside piece from this die cut that is in your package, because I didn't pull them all away because I wanted to give you the whole piece so that it tried to keep it more solid and not having any of the pieces tearing on you. So the center piece is in there, and you'll need to poke that out. Anyway, the center, there is a piece that's just big enough that you can cut it out and frame this piece of wood. So if you want to do that, that's just an optional. I did not cut that for you, but you can cut it out of that center piece that's in there. And if you do want to do that, what I'd suggest is you glue this piece down to it so that you can see, and then trim it around real close. If you have a word piece, so I did have a word piece, a stamp. I did happen to have a stamp from, I actually got this from, this is an old, I don't know if this was last year or the year before, Christmas paper pumpkin, and it had this joy in it that I thought was really pretty. So I could use that as well. So there's an option, right, to have joy hanging from there. But since we have these little guys in the kit, I'm going to go ahead and use those because I thought that was super cute. So again, back to my liquid glue, and I'm going to do 2 rows. And again, this liquid glue gives you a little bit of wiggle time so you can get it into place. I should put my glasses on to do this. Let me grab those. I haven't had to wear glasses yet. I'm 54 this year. And but when I'm doing things really close up, like sitting and looking at my cell phone at night, I find reading glasses are starting to be almost required. I'm sure I'm going to have to wear glasses pretty soon, but I've been pretty lucky. Okay, so there's my little wood hanging piece that's going to hang from my wreath. I think that's super cute. So what I want to do is I'm going to hang it with this gingham ribbon, like so. Now, I don't know how much I need, but what I do know is I'm going to stick one end of this on so that I can figure out if, oh, sticking to me. So I'm going to stick one end of the ribbon into that glue dot. Make sure none of it's hanging off the bottom. Oh, well, that was really weird. That was like a dud glue dot. It was actually hard. Well, that's the first time that's ever happened to me. Let's try this one. That also is not wanting to stick. Well, that is very bizarre. I don't know if that was a bad glue dot or what the heck. We're having technical difficulties. Please. Please wait. Maybe it's just not liking this ribbon. Oh no, that's fine. That was very odd. I think I had some dud glue dots. They actually did feel kind of almost a little bit hard. So anyway, okay. So what I want to do is I want to hook this around the wreath and then have it hang like that. And I'm not sure how long I need it to be. So I think what I'm going to do is find a good spot on the wreath. So that's why I didn't want to put this piece down yet, because I want to get this right. Not sure how far I want it to hang. Maybe like that. That looks pretty good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my surgery here backwards. Okay, I'm just going to hold this in place for a minute. Get another glue dot. Hopefully it's not a dud. Hopefully it's not a dud. I'm going to put it down here because that's where I'm going to need it. And then I think I like it that length. So now I'll stick that in there, and then I need to trim off because I had too much ribbon. I wanted to make sure you have enough ribbon. You wouldn't want to be too short. Okay, I think I got it. That's so cute. And then you can put that leaf, that one leaf in front of it like that. How cute is that? Oh my word. I absolutely love that. Okay, so now I'm going to glue this outside piece down, and I am going to go ahead and glue it. I'm not going to try and be fussy with any mounting tape or to get more dimension. I'm going to just glue it flat, and it does help to have some of these things a little flatter. I do quite a bit of stuff that has dimension just because I love it, like jewels and lots of ribbon and bows and things like that. And it does make it a little harder to mail. So that is one of the downsides. So I think I'm keeping this one a little more to the flat side of things. Okay, let's get this, put that down there. Just kind of hold some of that in place so the glue can do its magic. Pick up any of the white glue that poked through. And I think we got it. And then it's up to you if you want to like glue your little frame down. You could put like a pop dot behind it if you want it to stay put, but I'm happy with it just kind of having a little bit of movement, and I'm going to just leave it like that and have it just hang there. There you go. So a nice little card that you can give someone and put in there a little gift card or money or you know, a check or cash or whatever is suitable for the person you're giving this card to. So I think that's super pretty, and really also another one that is pretty easy. I fussed maybe a little bit with that frame, but you could do it even easier than this. And then 2 die cuts and some paper. So that again is a pretty quick card. And if you're not, you know, needing a lot of gift card holders, you can just cut that piece off and just have it as a pretty card like that. So thank you very much. Have a great day.